Meanwhile, a judge is expected to hear arguments over whether the mother of a Michigan high school shooter should get a new trial or have her conviction overturned. Jennifer Crumbley was found guilty of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter in connection to the deadly Oxford High School shooting. Her husband, James Crumbley, was also convicted on those same charges. They were each sentenced to 10 to 15 years in prison. Now a judge will hear what the prosecution and defense have to say after denying most of Jennifer Crumbley's request for a new trial yesterday. ABC News legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer joins me now for more on this. Brian, walk me through this, because this was a first-of-its-kind case for both Jennifer Crumbley and her husband. So where does this all stand now as she's asking for a new trial?
So, Dan, we're at the first appellate level after the trial where the judge has already denied a number of motions, as you pointed out, that of ineffective assistance of counsel, the argument that there were 2 competing theories, that Ethan Crumbley, the shooter, was charged as an adult, but in this case, they said that Jennifer Crumbley could not control her minor son. And also they're saying that the judge made an error in saying that the jury did not have to decide between 2 different theories as to whether or not Crumbley was failed to secure the weapon or failed to control a minor son in these charges. And so the judge really put those aside. Right now, what we're focusing on is whether or not a proffer agreement was given to a counselor and former dean who testified in Jennifer Crumbley's trial to the extent that they would not be prosecuted for the information they were giving. And if that did happen, the prosecution should have turned that information over, but they didn't. And if that is an issue that ultimately could have overturned or changed this case, the judge may issue a decision that grants a new trial.
So, Brian, what happens if the judge grants or denies the defense's motion here? Where does the case go from here?
So if the judge grants the motion for the defense that there should be a new trial, and that's a very high standard to reach, because both the defense would have to prove that there was an error in not turning over this information and that it was not harmless, in that it would have actually had an effect on the trial. And if that happens, there could be a new trial, a dismissal of this conviction, and we basically just start all over again. But if this is denied, like all the other arguments, then this is just the first level of appeal, and I would expect that the defense would then go to the Michigan Court of Appeals to re-enlist their same arguments again, but at a higher level, hoping that that court would have a different outcome than the one they're in now.
ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer, thank you.